space that circles time. I see where others stumble blind. To seek a truth they never find. Eternal wisdom is my guide. I am the doctor.
Okay, alright, yes, I am the doctor. Yes, I see what others don't see. I look around. When I see you, I can tell you something is wrong with you. Oh my God, what kind of a doctor am I? Alright, and on that note, I officially welcome you to yours truly, solely for your listening pleasure, your number one online radio right here. It is Vicky Lonia Radio. And of course, I remain your number one radio host, the queen of the MRC, Vicky Lonia. So, who is ready for another great time right here on the program Doc Talk? Now, the Doc Talk show is a program where we get to talk about your health and your total well-being, because that is very, very important. I just finished the live version of this program. I was on air like some 2 hours ago, talking about on the program, actually, Doc Talk. But for those of you who couldn't tune in live, this is the podcast version of the show, so that you can listen to what you probably missed, or what you definitely missed. Not even because you definitely missed it. Okay, so this is the podcast version of the program, so that you can listen to what you definitely missed. Okay, I decided to go through the extra stress of having to, put this on podcast, because that topic today on Doc Talk was really, really important, and I wanted you to also be part of it. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you were there live on the show. Here it is, a podcast. Here is a recorded version. You can as well learn from it, because the program is educative. It is informative. It is interactive. It is a topic you really don't want to miss. Alright, so now tell me, who is ready for the action?
Bring the action.
Now that you have signified that you are ready for the action, how about we move to the program proper? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today on Doc Talk, we are going to be looking at a very, very important health issue. Now, this issue is very important, and that's the reason why when I conducted the live version, I said to myself, no, I must bring it up to the podcast version, so that you can always listen to it over and over again. Okay, if you don't get it the first time, you would definitely get it the second time. I care that much, right? Of course, I care that much. Okay, so today on Doc Talk, the topic for today is bacterial vaginosis. Now, did I tell you that this today's edition of the program is mostly for the women? No, I didn't tell you that, because it's also very important that the men know about this. Bacterial vaginosis. This is a disease that affects women. Okay, but as a guy listening to this show, you definitely want to know what is going on with your woman, what is going on with your wife, what is going on with your girlfriend, what is going on with your sister, what is going on with that best friend of yours who happens to be a girl. All right, so you should know. And besides, no knowledge is lost, okay, no knowledge is lost at all. No knowledge is lost. It might not be any of your business, but come on, who knows? Sometime in future, you might want to refer to this topic, and you're just going to be like, oh, I know what bacterial vaginosis is. There is nothing more amazing than when you have a knowledge about everything. It's so beautiful. You can't know everything, actually, but it's a good thing if you know a little out of everything, right? Very well. So today's topic is bacterial vaginosis. Bacterial vaginosis is a disease that affects women. Bacterial vaginosis is a mild infection of the vagina caused by bacteria. Look, I'm going to be very raw on this show, especially in this edition, because I like to be very real. And when it comes to your health issues, I don't like mincing words. I'm just going to say everything just the way it is, okay? So those of you who think there are some things that are not supposed to be said on air, mind you, Vicky Lonia Radio is not under the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation. We are under a much larger corporation that gives us the ability to be free on air. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Besides, this is your health we're talking about here. There is no time to mince words. So I'm going to say everything just the way it is supposed to be said. All right, good. So bacterial vaginosis is a mild infection of the vagina. Okay, what you guys call pussy, what you guys call punani today, okay, that's what is also called, in the right English sense of the word, it is called vagina. Very good. All right, so it is caused by a bacteria called bacterial vaginosis. Is a mild infection of the vagina caused called bacteria. Now, normally, there are a lot of good bacteria and some bad bacteria in the vagina. The good types help control the growth of the bad types. The good type of the vagina, the good types of the bacteria in the vagina help to control the bad types of the bacteria in the vagina. There are good bacteria in the vagina and there are bad bacteria. The both of them work together in order to balance what we call the pH level of the vagina. Now, when the bad one begins to grow smarter and faster and higher than the good one, then the pH level is no longer balanced, and trust me, bacterial vaginosis finds its way into your vagina. In women with bacterial vaginosis, the balance is upset. That is to say that there are not enough good bacteria and there are too many bad bacteria. Bacterial vaginosis is usually a mild problem that may go away on its own in a few days, but it can lead to more serious problems. So it's a good idea that you see your doctor for treatment. Okay, that is why it is advised that you always check yourself. Always know what's going on with your body so that you are not taking unawares. Now, what exactly causes bacterial vaginosis? Experts, actually, people in the field are not really sure about the causes of bacteria in the vagina, or rather what causes bacteria in the vagina to become imbalanced or to get out of balance. But certain things make it more likely to happen, okay? Now, your risk of getting bacterial vaginosis is higher if, number one, you have more than one sex partner or you have a new sex partner, okay? If you have more than one sex partner, if you are the kind of lady who jumps from one guy to another all in the name of having fun, I am so sorry for your lagging ass. You know why? Because your vagina is just about to be hit with the bump called bacterial vaginosis. It is a mild infection, but it can be really, really deadly and serious. You will get to know how deadly it can be as time goes on the show. Now, when you begin to have more than one sexual partner, or you suddenly move from this old partner to a new partner, trust me, you stand a high chance of contacting bacterial vaginosis. And then another reason why you can contact it is when you douche a lot. A lot of women are not comfortable with the natural smell of the vagina. I hope you know very well that there is a natural smell of the vagina and then there is your natural one. The natural one is the one that smells so bad that you cannot even breathe. That is why your man cannot go down there, because he's scared of whatever it is he's going to inhale. Okay, but the natural smell of the vagina is not the smell of a rose. Remember that the vagina is a hole and it's always covered. It's just like your mouth. When you always close your mouth, when you eventually open it, there is this heaty odor that comes out. That's exactly how the vagina is. So it cannot have a rosy smell, but it has a natural sour smell, which makes it the vagina that it is. Most women are not still satisfied with that. So they go buying all manner of things and putting in there just to make it smell good. That is what we call douching. Now, when you douche too much, trust me, you stand a chance of getting bacterial vaginosis. Now, what are the symptoms of bacterial vaginosis? You should know the symptoms of bacterial vaginosis. Now, the most common symptom is a smelly vagina discharge. Jeez, have you woken up in the morning, or have you opened up, let's say for example, just about to have your bath and you're about to wash down there, and the kind of odor that comes out, man, you're like, ew, is that my vagina? Yes, dearie, it is a vagina, smelling like a rotten fish, rotting onions or garlic, or your man is about to go down there and all of a sudden it just takes his head out. It's like, baby, I got work to do. Duh, lady, your vagina is stinking. Now, that is one of the symptoms of bacterial vaginosis. The discharge may look grayish, white, or yellow. Now, a sign of bacterial vaginosis can be a fishy smell, which may be worse after sex. About half of women who have bacterial vaginosis, they don't even know, and they don't even notice the symptoms. So many things can cause abnormal vaginal discharge, including some sexually transmitted infections. Please make sure you see your doctor when you begin to sense something is not right with your vagina. Now, how exactly is bacterial vaginosis diagnosed? Doctors diagnose bacterial vaginosis by asking about the symptoms, doing a pelvic exam, and taking a sample of the vaginal discharge. The sample will be tested to find out if you have bacterial vaginosis. Now, what problems can bacterial vaginosis cause for you? Bacterial vaginosis usually does not cause any other health problem apart from a smelly, fishy vagina, but in some cases, it can lead to serious problems. Like, number one, you might have it when you're pregnant and you don't know, and that could lead to miscarriage or early delivery or uterine infection after pregnancy. Number two, you may have it when you have a pelvic procedure like cesarean section or an abortion, and then when you have it, and then at the end of the day you contact bacterial vaginosis, that's very, very bad. Now, you may also have bacterial vaginosis, and it will cause you to be exposed to other sexually transmitted diseases, including herpes and HIV. Now, how is bacterial vaginosis treated? Doctors usually prescribe an antibiotic to treat bacterial vaginosis. They come as pills that you swallow, or as cream or capsules called ovules that you can put in your vagina. If you're pregnant, you're advised to take the pills. Okay, bacterial vaginosis usually clears up in 2 or 3 days with antibiotics, but treatment must go on for 7 days. Okay, do not stop using your medicine just because your symptoms are better. Be sure to take the full course of the antibiotics. Antibiotics usually work very well and have few side effects, but when you're taking them, it could lead to vaginal yeast infection. Okay, when you notice some itching, redness, or lumpy white discharge coming from your vagina after you take antibiotics, run back to your doctor to help you out. Great. So now you know what bacterial vaginosis is, you know the causes, you know the symptoms, you know the effects and consequences of bacterial vaginosis, and you know how it can be treated. Yes, bacterial vaginosis can be cured, but that will have that much disgrace when your boyfriend has even gone down there and I come and tell you, girlie, what did you put under there? It is smelling as if fish died inside. It is a disgrace, is it not? Please try as much as possible to stay away from having too much sexual partners. That is a disease on its own. How can you not respect yourself as a lady? You're having sexual partners here and there. Okay, good. Now, even if you don't have sex, you still might actually end up getting bacterial vaginosis. That is because probably you're not a clean person. Okay, you don't practice good hygiene. So when you are a dirty person and when you don't eat well, you eat junk here and there. When you don't take fruits, when you smoke, you definitely stand a chance of contacting bacterial vaginosis. When the bad bacteria in your vagina becomes bigger or much in size and in weight than the good bacteria in the vagina, then you are definitely going to have bacterial vaginosis. So please, when you notice some odd stuffs about your vagina, run down to the doctor, run to the laboratory, and conduct a test for yourself. All right, so as a guy listening to this, please share this video to your girlfriends, to your wives, to your sisters, whoever it is, a lady on your list that is your friend. Let her know that there is what we call bacterial vaginosis, and she stands a high risk of contacting it if she is not careful. All right, that's exactly all I got for you right here on Doc Talk, on yours truly, solely for your listening pleasure, Vicky Lonia Radio. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it. Please share out this on your WhatsApp, on your Instagram, or your Twitter, everywhere. Just share it out and let someone out there know about bacterial vaginosis. Knowledge is powerful and no knowledge is lost. I remain your number one host radio, Vicky Lonia, and trust me, I'll be coming back here to give you more programs right on the start. Do not touch that dial. Now let's bring the action.
Bring the action.